Hey there my unique ones, I recently covered 5 anime like The Rising of the Shield Hero. It was then requested for more suggestions, and this video will serve to provide this, and much more, as the title suggests. This is because I want to provide more value to you, so we'll go over the plot, mention the studio behind the anime, 5 suggested anime from the studio, and 5 more anime like it, and also mention where the manga and light novel picks up after, and where it can be read or purchased, where it can be watched online for free or with monthly payments, and lastly, all rumors and facts about the upcoming production. So, if you're invested in the anime, feel free to Wing Chun that like button, and subscribe to never miss any updates. With that all in mind, let's get started. The 4 cardinal heroes are a group of ordinary men from modern-day Japan summoned to the kingdom of Melromark to become its saviors. Melromark is a country plagued by the waves of catastrophe that have repeatedly ravaged the land and brought disaster to its citizens for centuries. The 4 heroes are respectively bestowed a sword, spear, bow, and shield to vanquish these waves. Naofumi Iwatani, an otaku, becomes cursed with the fate of being the shield hero. Armed with only a measly shield, Naofumi is belittled and ridiculed by his fellow heroes and the kingdom's people due to his weak offensive capabilities and lackluster personality. When the heroes are provided with resources and comrades to train with, Naofumi sets out with the only person willing to train alongside him, Malty Melromark. He is soon betrayed by her, however, and becomes falsely accused of taking advantage of her. Naofumi then becomes heavily discriminated against and hated by the people of Melromark for something he didn't do. With a raging storm of hurt and mistrust in his heart, Naofumi begins his journey of strengthening himself and his reputation. Further along, however, the difficulty of being on his own sets in, so Naofumi buys a demi-human helper on the verge of being ended, named Raphtalia, to accompany him on his travels. As the waves approach the kingdom, Naofumi and Raphtalia must fight for the survival of the kingdom and protect the people of Melromark from their ill-fated future. Kinema Citrus Company Limited is a Japanese animation studio, founded on March 3, 2008 by former Production IG and Bones members and based in Suginami, Tokyo. Its business directors are Muneki Ogasawara, Yuichiro Matsuka and Masaki Tachibana. Notable works besides The Rising of the Shield Hero include Tokyo Magnitude 8.0 in 2009, co-produced with Bones, Hack, Quantum, a 3-episode OVA series, Black Bullet and Barakamon in 2014, and Made in Abyss in 2017. The link for the previous 5 anime like The Rising of the Shield Hero will be in the description below, so you can check that out later if you haven't. With a bit about the studio behind this anime out of the way, here's 5 more anime like it. Staying on the concept of a protagonist being transported to another world, we have Zero starting life in another world. The anime has a total of 25 episodes and each episode is around 25 minutes in length. Like Naofumi, in The Rising of the Shield Hero, the protagonist of this anime is taken to an unknown world much to his surprise. He starts being pretty weak and inexperienced, but as time passes by, he gets more experienced and becomes much more adaptive and strong. Subaru Natsuki is the main character in this anime who finds himself in a fantasy world about which he has no idea. Soon, upon landing there, some thugs attack him and Subaru quickly loses the fight and gets hurt. Fortunately, a girl by the name of Satella saves him. To thank her, Subaru promises to help her find the person who stole her insignia. He does find that person, but a dark force has been stalking them for a long time, and the duo ends up pushing up daisies. However, Subaru immediately reawakens to a familiar scene, confronted by the same group of thugs, meeting Satella all over again. The enigma deepens as history inexplicably repeats itself. A very popular anime title by Gonzo Studio, The Tower of Druaga, tells the exciting adventures of Jill as he tries to reach the top floor of the tower where the evil Druaga resides, who has plans of mass destruction, and where a rumored powerful artifact is located. Full of courage and determination, Jill and his fellow adventurers embark on a journey to reach their goal and to make a beautiful, demon-free country. This anime doesn't only focus on action and fantasy, but it's also blended with good comical relief. The protagonist ends up being the chosen one who will overcome the great chaos of the world and is similar to the fated journey of Naofumi, as he tries to put an end to the waves of catastrophe. One difference is that Naofumi only uses his shield power while Jill wields a sword and a shield. Nevertheless, both of them are powerful and mindful in their quests, and they face the same hardships in defeating chaos and protecting those they care about. Another similarity is that both of them have other party members to rely on, that also add a little thrill to their adventures. Kei's No Stigma is an anime based on a light novel that is packed with action, comedy, and supernatural features. It centers on Kazuma Kanagi, who was banished from a family of fire users because he can't wield his own flame power. 4 years later, he finally returns with a new name, Kazuma Yugami, but this time, he already possesses the power of the wind. However, a tragic event happens to his clan, and some of its members are killed by a wind user, and Kazuma is blamed to have done it out of revenge. Facing discrimination from his society, things become tough for Kazuma, but his only goal is to defeat his father, who is a strong fire user. Since Kei's No Stigma is set in Japan and draws the audience into a more realistic realm, the rising of the shield hero is obviously different from Kazuma's world. However, what stands out the most that is true to both series is how the protagonists immensely develop in their stories. Both of them suffered discrimination and humiliation from the people they trusted the most. Kazuma and Naofumi start off as weakling heroes and outcast individuals from the norms of their societies. Despite these challenges, they learn to unleash their true strength to protect themselves and to fight the evilness of their distorted worlds. The suffering and pain that these protagonists experience are relatable to many viewers, and this makes both series more compelling than any other series that try to use the same formula. Kei's No Stigma will give you an exciting experience brought by the strong-willed character of Kazuma. Another isekai that follows the typical route of the protagonist, this anime is about Satoru Mikami, an ordinary working man, who finds himself dragged into a new world where he is reincarnated as a goop of slime and is named Rimuru Tempest. He is able to acquire a power that lets him devour everything and obtain its abilities. As things get more exciting for him, he makes friends with a dragon known as Veldora. He then embarks on a journey to free Veldora from his seal while carrying out some side quests along his way. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime has a protagonist who is summoned into another world, and this scenario is also found in Naofumi's journey. Both this anime and The Rising of the Shield Hero are notable isekai series that have gained a massive following among hardcore fans of the genre. They both have fantastical dimensions that are packed with fun-filled and breathtaking adventures to fight the turmoil of their worlds. Although both heroes are initially misunderstood and are believed to be incapable, they have good relationships with people who are close to their hearts. It's fun to see how both main characters grow stronger and evolve immensely, like the typical sequence found in RPG. With the vision to make a peaceful nation, Reiner Lute, who is a talented magician of the Roland Empire, embarks on a journey to search for the useful relics of legendary heroes from the past that will aid in creating a beautiful world. However, he has cursed eyes known as Alpha Stigma, and when this powerful magic activates, it will cause massive destruction. Together with a beautiful, skilled swordsman named Ferris Aris, he goes on with his quest to fight the evilness of his nation. The anime has a focus on its fantasy aspects, and you'll easily be fascinated by its vibrant world that is full of magical elements and well-crafted setting. As this anime isn't associated with role-playing games, the breathtaking journey of Reiner and Ferris is like watching the strong bonds of Naofumi and Raftalia. Also, the male protagonist's overpowered cursed eyes, when activated, make him go berserk, and this particular character will remind you of Naofumi's uncontrollable strength brought by his cursed shield when intense rage triggers him. The most entertaining part when it comes to the legend of the legendary heroes is the harem element. Reiner soon encounters different types of adorable girls aside from Ferris, similar to Naofumi's journey. Both anime are packed with action, adventure, and fantasy that will absolutely satisfy your anime needs. The Rising of the Shield Hero is originally a Japanese light novel written by Aneko Usagi. The story was so loved that the manga, spin-off series, and anime adaptation were released. In terms of continuation of the anime from the light novel, after Season 1, the arc ends at the beginning of Volume 6, but most source readers will recommend you to start from Volume 1. This is because the anime changed a lot of things, starting from Episode 15, including Naofumi's, Raftalia's and the Queen's personality, So that's why a lot of source readers will tell you to start from the beginning. In terms of the manga, the arc ends at chapter 43, but it's recommended to read chapter 42 to understand what's happening in chapter 43, but it's also recommended to start from chapter 1, for similar reasons as the situation with the light novel. The anime of The Rising of the Shield Hero is not following the manga, and as a manga reader, you could see that there are a lot of differences between them. You can actually get to purchase the reading material online through Amazon. It's pretty cool when you have the actual material in your hand, to be honest. In fact, below, in our description, you can find an affiliate link to get started with your reading. You can also get to start reading the manga for free at m.manganello.com/w, or the light novel at the website called lightnovel.site. With the reading options out of the way, here are 3 places you can get started with watching it online if you haven't already or if you want to re-watch this. We first have animekisa.tv, where you can see the English subbed or dubbed version for free, as well as www.thewatchcartoononline.tv, where you can also see it for free, in either an English dubbed or subbed fashion. Now if you prefer to have a monthly plan with perks, Crunchyroll is the place to be. You can get to watch it there with additional perks based on your chosen online plan. The Rising of the Shield Hero anime, based on the hit light novel series by Aneko Usagi, has good news. Crunchyroll announced at Crunchyroll Expo on Sunday, September 1, 2019 that there will be 2 additional seasons of The Rising of the Shield Hero anime. So we will be able to watch the 2nd and 3rd season of the series. And now we have more information on the next leg of the adventure. Naofumi, Raphtalia, and the rest of the cast are officially set to return in The Rising of the Shield Hero 2 when it hits the airwaves in October 2021, and the hotly anticipated 2nd season will stream on Crunchyroll as it airs. The Rising of the Shield Hero 2 will be available to Crunchyroll members in North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Africa, Oceania, the Middle East, and Commonwealth of Independent States. With that in mind for the hype, there's also a link of the most recent trailer below. Well, that's all the info we have for now. Please make sure to subscribe to never miss any future updates, and Wing Chun that like button if you found value in this video. You can also check out one of these additional videos for more content too. With that in mind, thanks for watching my unique ones, and I'll see you in the next one.